Alright, Professor Jim Schultz here from my Finance 311 class. I'm going to go ahead and shoot a video here for number 29 in Chapter 7, the stock valuation practice problems. This is an extremely good problem to practice from both a stock valuation standpoint and an algebra standpoint. So let's go ahead and let's get right into this bad boy. So if you read through this problem, what you see is from 2000 to 2006, the dividends of this company increased from just under 14 cents, 13.7 cents, to 28.6 cents. So that was the total. Hang on, I gotta get my volume right. Okay, so that was the total increase for those 6 years. Okay, so then what you need to do is you need to then figure out what the actual annual growth was for each of those 6 years. So what was the average G over those 6 years? So to figure that out, you use that little shortcut that we've been using in class, right, which is this guy right here. But this time, you're not solving for D6 or even D0. You're actually solving for G. That's what you are looking for, because you know D0, that's this guy right here. You know D6, that's this guy right here, right? So you plug those guys in and you get this formula, and now you just have to back out what G is, right? Now, some of you weren't able to maybe get to this point, right? But then you're thinking, all right, how do I clear something that's raised to the 6th power? Okay? Well, think for a minute. If you were going to clear something that was squared, how would you clear that? You would take the square root, right? Now, you may not remember this, but when you take the square root of something, that is the exact same as raising it to the 1/2 power, right? So, in other words, to clear an exponent, you have to raise it to the reciprocal of that exponent. So to clear something that is raised to the 6th power, you have to take it to the 1/6 power. Okay, and so to do that with our calculators, you have to actually mechanically figure out what 1 divided by 6 is, which is, 0.1667 would be sufficient. So then what you do is you use your y to the x key, and you raise both sides to 0.1667. That will clear your 6 over here, and it will give you 1.1305 on this side. And so then you're left with 1.1305 equals 1 plus G. Obviously, G is 13.05%. Okay, so that's how you find G. To me, that's the critical part of this problem. Once you have that figured out, you can probably solve the rest, right? Because you need to find P6, and so you need D7, which D6 is this 0.286, right? So we have that right down here. And then you multiply that by 1 plus G to get D7. So that's going to be your 0.3233, right? And then you just kind of plug that guy in, 0.3233 divided by R minus G. I know I have it written as I minus G, but as I kind of alluded to in my email, these were some solutions that I had cooked up a semester or two ago. And so at that time we may have been using I as the variable. But I and R are synonymous in this context. So that's how you get a stock price of $49.74 for number 29 in Chapter 7.